Welcome to Real Talk Tuesday, where we talk about the real stuff behind being a classical musician. Today, I want to talk about something that quietly drives a lot of musicians, but also quietly exhausts them. And that's the pressure to have a music career that looks impressive. An impressive school name, competitions, the number of students, how in demand you are, how many jobs you've won, how many universities that you teach at. It can start to feel like we're building a resume for an audience instead of building a life that we actually want to live. And it kind of makes sense that we think this way. Music training is built around evaluation. You're compared, you're ranked, you're scored, you're selected, you're placed. You learn very early that all of those external markers matter. So we carry that mindset into adulthood and into our career. We start believing that a good career is one that other musicians nod at, one that sounds impressive when you say it out loud. But here's the real talk. Impressive and sustainable are not the same thing. Impressive and fulfilling are not the same thing. Impressive and aligned are not the same thing. You can have the jobs, the accolades, a packed schedule, and still feel stretched thin, disconnected, or like your life is always on hold. And because impressiveness is like external, sustainability is internal. So they're going to fight against each other. And one of those actually keeps you in music long term, and the other one burns you out. So when your main goal is to impress, you do things like you say yes when you know you should say no, you overbook yourself, you measure yourself constantly, you compare yourself to others nonstop, you start building a career based on optics. How does this look? Will people think this is legit? Does this sound serious enough? And slowly your decisions stop being about what works for you in your life, and they start being about how your career appears from the outside to the world. And that's a super heavy way to live. So what if the question wasn't, is this impressive? But instead, is this sustainable? Does this support my life? Does this align with who I am right now? Do I like this? And for some musicians, yeah, that's orchestral work. For others, it's teaching. For others, it's hybrid career projects, community work, public school teaching, or something that they build for themselves. And there is no single career shape that proves that you're serious. The goal isn't to win the comparison game. The goal is to still love music and have a life 10 years from now. Your career does not have to impress everyone to be valid. It doesn't have to make sense to every colleague. It doesn't have to check every single box. And it doesn't have to sound prestigious when you explain it. It just has to work for you, for your energy, for your values, for your relationships, for your season of life. Because the musicians who are last are not always the ones that are the most impressive on paper. They're the ones who have built careers they could actually live. And that is totally more than enough. So your music career does not have to impress everyone. It only has to make you happy and feel fulfilled.